will record the second part of this. Oh my God. Okay. So Chauncey's very simple, very down to earth gardener. You're a very wealthy, upper class,
Uh,
elegant woman.
Oh, sorry. We can start, Kenneth.
okay.
Okay. Uh, so
Come in.
have you read the newspaper?
I don't read papers, Eve.
Well, you described as one of the principal architect for the president's speech last night, and your comments are side by side with the president's on a show television.
Oh, I like the president very much. He's a nice man.
Well, you're a very nice man too. You don't mind me being here, do you? Like this?
No, Eve, I like you to be here.
Oh, Shanasi, thank you. I thank you. I'm so grateful, Shansi. I would have just opened up at the slightest touch. I would have just opened up, you know. But you're so strong, and I can trust myself with you.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't open, Eve.
Oh, sorry, Shansi. I couldn't stand it. Shansi, what's wrong? I mean, what's the matter? I don't know what you like. I'm sorry.
I like to watch.
Oh, oh, you mean you like to watch me do it?
It's very good, Eve.
Okay. Shaughnessy, one of the things you should know about me, darling, is that I'm a very shy person. Oh, Shaughnessy, where did you go? Scene. There's a lot of physicality in this scene. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. Quiet! Some dog is barking across. Quiet! Um, Noel, are you trying to seduce him in this?
Yeah, like I'm trying to have sex with I'm that's not even seduction, that's sex at this point. Like at some point I am, I don't know how to pronounce this, but I am um sorry. I begin to masturbate myself. Like there is a
Oh,
lot of physicality.
oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's not a proper. I didn't see.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not even that is not proper. It's like on
You don't
Zoom.
have to do that, Kenneth.
No, of course.
When you say the watch, were you saying the
I like to
watch
watch. Yeah,
like to watch?
yes.
Okay.
Because so actually I like to watch TV. That's actually what he means.
Right.
Yes.
So she misinterprets it.
Yes.
Okay. I need to see on your face that she's misinterpreting it. And you don't have to do any of that, of course.
Yeah.
Noel, um, you know, uh, you guys, you will get scenes like this. And I'm sorry, again, it's a short scene, Noel. I seem to be giving you friggin' short scenes, and I apologize. Next week, it will be a long scene, okay? But, maybe things like this. Shaughnessy, I don't understand. What do you like to do? I like to watch. He's been watching TV. So
Yeah.
do you have a TV changer there?
I was looking for it, so I use my cell phone
Yeah,
instead.
do it. Because you didn't do it. Do it.
Oh
I like
yeah. Oh, okay. It's too.
not even looking at her.
Oh, okay.
Which makes Noelle even more upset. It's like, what, Shaughnessy, what do you want? What do you want? I like to watch. Oh. So now you know your husband has just died, Noelle. And he was a much older man, and you loved him very much. But you and your husband have become very fond of Chauncey. Your husband was one of the most important men in England, and or America, he was like this with the president. The president of the United States had just come to your house, and somehow Shaughnessy was brought into the conversation. And everything Shaughnessy says, people think it's brilliant. Like they'll ask him what he thinks about, going to war, and he'll talk about the rose in the garden is getting stronger. And the president will go, "Oh, got it. War." Do you understand? Peter Sellers played this role. It was his most brilliant role. Everything Chauncey says is simple. He has no idea what people are talking about. He's in a whole different world. And so you're proud of him. You're proud of you come in, you're boasting, Noel. Look at the newspaper, blah, blah, blah. I don't read newspapers, Eve. He is very soft spoken and not, I think there's something wrong with him. I don't read newspapers, Eve. And she's like, Chauncey, I trust you, he's the only man you really do trust. You want someone to love. And Chauncey's like, I like to watch. You're just watching TV, so you just stare straight ahead. Don't even look at her. Oh, Sean,
Okay.
he keeps getting you more and more confused, Noel. So forget all that. By the way, that wasn't in the movie. So I don't know how that was in the script. She
I mean,
never.
and I wasn't even talking, I mean, about this specifically. I was just saying there is a lot of physicality in general in the scene. Like
It,
there is, like you remember the scene I had with Jennifer? I don't mind the shortness. I mean, if you want to give me a long scene, I don't mind too. But I just mind like there is more. Um, I don't know how to say. There is more things that we need to do physically that actual words, and
so
that
tell
was the case last
me,
week
tell
too.
me some of those things, so I know, Noel.
Oh, you say what?
Tell me some of them that you
Oh,
need.
like for example, like so there is like one line, and then Eve enters seductively uttered in a sheer through concert vatilis, like whatever, 4 lines of this explanation, then dialogue, then she makes a kittenish. There is like 8 lines of what she's doing. She mounts loosely, her desire building as she screams on top of him. Like there is a lot of physicality and a lot of not no dialogue. I don't know how to say it. So it's complicated to do it on Zoom, I think.
Well, no, because you're going to have to do scenes like this on Zoom until they start to have them in person. So let's talk about that. I don't ever remember her sitting on him. I don't remember her doing any of this stuff. So I apologize to you. Um, but there are things that you can do where you reach out to them, you know. Let's You're the actress. You choose what you want to do, Noelle. I always say, if it makes you uncomfortable, don't friggin' do it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Create something else where you're saying I feel comfortable around you. Maybe you proxy your own face. You make me feel good. You're so honest. I liked how you did your zipper and you kind of opened it up like this. Chancey, I feel so comfortable with you. Blah, blah, blah. I don't understand you, Chancey. And you zipped it back up. I thought that was really funny. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I like to watch. Take time with that, Noelle. Oh, because you're not the kind of woman who would do any of that stuff. Do you understand? That's the humor of it. Oh, you're totally misunderstanding. He's watching TV. I like to watch. Oh. So maybe you get up, you turn around, flick your hair back, you know, Chancey. Do you know what I'm saying? Make up some stuff, Noelle. I know you know how to do it even at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to do anything that's dirty or feels icky to you, babe. Okay? Um, Kenneth,
Okay, I see what I think I see what you mean. I think
yeah.
maybe
It's
more.
up
Yeah.
to the it's really up to the actress to choose what she does. And I think she's just confused. I don't think she knows what to do. She might at one point go, "Oh, Chancey, we don't know." She has no idea. This guy is so simple. I hate to say he's almost retarded.
Okay.
You guys have to, it's a hysterical picture because he just says he's a gardener. And for some reason, all these famous politicians and famous people, everything he says is like how they interpret it. He'll say, "It's a full moon tonight." And people go, "Oh, he's talking about blah, blah, blah." It's got nothing to do with their conversation. They think he's talking in allegories. Does that make sense to you?
Mhm. Okay.
And he's not. He means I like to watch TV.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about this whole picture, the whole time we think this guy is really simple, somewhat, you know, plain, not mentally retarded, but he's just a gardener. That's all he's ever done. He was one man's gardener his entire life. And the guy died. And that's how the picture starts. And he has to find work. And he starts to work for your husband, except you bring him into the household because there's some reason that you really think he's very profound. Everybody through this whole picture thinks he's simple. And you know what happens? At the very end of the picture, he walks out into New York, the lake in front of where John Lennon used to live, and we see him walk on water. He's walking on water at the end. It's like he really was brilliant. So we're all fooled in this movie. It's pretty weird. Okay, do you have questions? Kenneth, it's just straight ahead. It's a stupid little scene, but a very important one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Eve, no, come in. And maybe you turn around with the newspaper, the way you present it to him, Noelle. You're clever, Noelle. I won't give you a short scene ever again, I promise you. I'm so sorry. This week was screwed up for me, so I apologize. Okay, I'm going to try and put you guys in rooms. Let's see if I can do it now. I can do it all at once. Why is it all?
Toni, I have a question.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with Jasmine? like she's in two scenes, so in the breakout rooms, I'm going to do it.
Rebecca, can you just let me do this first and then ask me all this stuff later too?
Yes.
I can't do all this stuff. It's like I'm trying to add a room. Why is this going on? I don't understand why you're all in rooms. Move to. All right, Danny, you're with, let me just start this out. Danny is with Barbara. So I'm going to put Danny in room 3. And Barbara, where's Barbara? Barbara, move to room 3. Okay. Barbara and Danny in room 3. Jasmine, you're going to go to room. Jasmine is with. Jasmine and Rebecca are room 4. Stephen Ochowski, I need to move to 6 with Jennifer. Oh, where's Jennifer? I'm just, you guys, this is, I don't know why it's doing this. All right. Kenneth is with Noelle. Patrick is with, Patrick is with
Marshall.
Marshall. I gotta find you, Marshall. Patrick. I'm gonna move you to room 7. Patrick is room 7. Jennifer and Stephen there. Kenneth Fu and Noelle are there. Jasmine and Rebecca there. Barbara is with Danny. And where is my and Andy is with Jasmine too. So Andy, just hold on. Patrick is with Marshall. Where is Marshall? Why are you not coming out here, Marshall? Marshall, you're not even showing up here.
I'm under Marshy. I shortened my name.
I know, but why are you not showing up here?
I guess I'm a difficult.
Oh, there it is. There you are. Marshy assigned to room. Oh, I had it all worked out. Where's Marshall? And now Patrick is not there. Guys, I don't know what's going on here. I'm really having a hard time. Barbara and Danny are in room 3. Jasmine and Rebecca are room 4. Kenneth Fu and Noelle are in room 5. Jennifer and Stephen are in room 6. And I'm still looking for Marshall. Hold on. Oh, there you are. All right. Andy, hold up for a while. And I'm going to open. Where's the rooms? Do you all have your invitations? Do you all have your invitations now?
Hey, Tony, it's Andy. I have an invite to room 2. Is that right?
Well, just stay in room 2. I don't see it here. Hold on, Andy. I've got to put your here into room 2, and then I'll put Jasmine in. Okay, but let her first work with Rebecca. All right, so everybody go into your rooms, please. I'm going to give you 5 or 6 minutes And then Andy, I'll put Jasmine in with you. Okay? Everybody go. You're only doing it to what, Rebecca?
To doctors and nurses, that people, and then they're going with older people, and then they'll do it to younger.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to give you who your partners are for next week, and I'm going to be giving you different scenes. And Noelle, I'm going to look for a long scene for you because
No,
you
it's fine. You don't have to.
know you deserve one. Anyway, next week it's going to be Rebecca and Stephen. It's going to be Jennifer and Barbara, Patrick and Jasmine, Danny and Noelle, Karina and Marshall. Where's Marshall? Marshall.
There's
Mar-
Marshy.
And Ken and Andy. Okay,
Ugh,
for
tired.
next week. And I'm going to give you your scenes. And here's your
Oh.
homework for next week.
Mm.
Marshall, keep up here. Oh, there you are. Your homework is when you work with each other, I want one of you to just say it straight to the other. And then the other say it straight to the other, and then do the scene. Okay? So right now, we have to work at it. Let's bring up our first team. The other person, I want you to just say it straight to the other person. Okay? You have to imagine what the other person is saying.
So are we turning off our cameras for this?
Oh, who's our first? It's you two are first. So Stephen will be turning off his camera and you're going to be the first person. Stephen,
Okay.
you're just going to give her lines straight like a casting director.
Okay.
Are we still doing oh my God, I can just see myself. This is not it. Are we still doing with like props and stuff? Or
I'd like you to have a prop.
okay.
From this point on, I would like props and action activity.
Okay.
That baby in the background.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
There she is. Hello, darling. How are you?
Ouch.
What's that?
It's nothing.
You poor little thing. What are they doing to you here?
Nothing. I just fell.
Is that a part of the therapy? I want you home, darling. Listen, everyone's asking after you.
Like who?
Like Miss Leftowitz from downstairs. Remember her?
The non-talker?
Right. 5 years without a word. I'm crossing the lobby yesterday. She stops right in her tracks and says, I'm glad you got rid of that girl. She's nothing but bad news.
It's not funny.
Of course it's funny.
No, Jasper, it's not. Anonymous strangers thinking that I'm bad news? That's not funny.
It is funny. Believe me. Everybody I've told laughed really hard.
That's great.
Come on. You need cheering up. I'm taking you away.
What are you doing?
Cheering you up a bit. Taking you away from these freaky people. I'm sorry. Come on. Have some cheese. Have a roll.
No bread, I'm already getting fat.
Come on. It's very good bread.
Not if I don't want bread, it's not.
Fine. I'll have the bread. Just break it open for me.
I really don't want to.
Just break it open. Just break open the bread.
Okay. This is a ring.
Yep.
What are you proposing or something?
Yeah, I am.
At rehab.
No, I'm proposing to you now. You happen to be here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Well, where did he ask? Well, he came to visit me in rehab and
Okay, so it's not the Moonlight in Maui.
yeah, where did you think we were gonna get married? Shirley's pub?
Why not? Make a good story.
But I don't need any more stories. I have enough of those. What I need is a life.
I guess that's what I thought I was offering.
What is that?
Champagne. I brought it to go with the proposal, thinking wrongly this might be a romantic moment.
Seriously?
This is not how I saw the whole thing playing out.
I'm sorry, I'm just not taking this as lightly as I used to.
Taking what?
This whole straighten up and fly right thing. I don't know, maybe there is something wrong with me.
Is that what they're telling you here?
No, yeah, it is. And you know what? Maybe I'm actually starting to believe them.
Well, they're not. You're just in a rut. It happens to everyone.
No, Jazz. There's an entire world of people out there, and they do everything right. All right? They don't drink, they don't do drugs, and they're happy.
That's a crock of shit. They aren't happy. No adult human being is happy. They're born, they have a limited amount of time going around thinking everything is dandy. And then, inevitably, tragedy strikes, and they realize life equals loss. And the whole point of the game is to minimize the pain caused by that equation. And some people do it by having kids, or making money, or taking up coin collecting. And others do it by getting wasted, having that little switch in their head turning the hot light off and the cool light on.
Yeah, nobody gets hurt collecting coins.
Everybody hurts everybody. It's the human condition. Come on, Gwenny. Don't let them tell you there's something wrong with you. There isn't. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't feel fine.
Of course you don't feel fine. You're in deliverance country surrounded by a bunch of sober freaks. And you're not with me. Come on. I don't feel fine these days either. It's because we're apart. You're mine. I'm yours. I love you.
You want me, Jasper? I'm such a mess.
Maybe I like mess. Scene.
It was beautiful, Jennifer. How'd you feel about it?
I really understood your notes. I would just like to say we only went over it one time, like you asked. And going over it once, you can't get everything, but when you explained everything, maybe she thinks it's a joke, and then gets mad at the champagne instead, it made more sense to the scene. So I think that helped me a lot.
You did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
All right, you go off, Stephen. You're going to read it straight for Stephen.
All right.
You good, Jen?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. There she is. Hello, darling. How are you?
Ow. Ouch.
What's that?
Nothing.
You poor little thing. What are they doing to you now?
I fell.
Is that a part of therapy? I want you home, darling. Listen, everybody's asking after you.
Like who?
Like Miss Leftowitz from downstairs. Remember her?
The non-talker?
Right. 5 years without a word. I'm crossing the lobby yesterday, and she stops right in her tracks and says, I'm glad you got rid of that girl. She's nothing but bad news.
That's not funny.
Of course that's funny.
No, Jasper, it's not. Anonymous strangers thinking that I'm bad news is not funny.
It is funny, believe me. Everyone I've told's laughed about it.
That's great.
Come on. You need cheering up. I'm taking you away.
What are you doing?
Cheering you up a bit. Taking you away from all these freaky people. Sorry. Come on. Have some cheese. Have a roll.
No bread. I'm already getting fat.
Come on. It's really good bread.
Not if I don't want bread, it's not.
Fine. I'll have the bread. Just break it open for me.
I don't want to.
Just break the bread.
This is a ring?
Yep.
What are you proposing or
Yeah, I am.
at rehab?
No, I'm proposing to you now. You happen to be here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, how did he ask? Well, he came down to visit me in rehab, and
Okay, so it's not Moonlight in Maui.
where did you think we were going to get married? Shirley's pub?
Why not? Make a great story.
I don't need any more stories. I have enough stories. I would like a life.
I guess that's what I thought I was offering you.
What is that?
Champagne. I brought it to go with the proposal, thinking this wrongly might be a romantic moment. This is not how I saw this whole thing playing out.
I'm sorry. I'm just not taking this as lightly as I used to.
Taking what?
This straighten up and fly thing. I don't know. Maybe there is something wrong with me.
Is that what they're telling you here?
No, yeah, it is. And you know what? I think they're right.
Well, they're not. You're just in a rut. It happens to everyone.
No, Jazz. There's an entire world of people who are out there who do everything right, and they don't drink, they don't do drugs, and they are happy.
That's a crock of shit. They aren't happy. No adult human being is happy. They're born, they have a limited amount of time thinking everything is dandy, and then, inevitably, tragedy strikes. And they realize life equals loss. The whole point of the game is to minimize the pain caused by that equation. And some people by do it having kids or making money. And some people collect coins. And others do it by getting wasted. Having that little switch in your head, turning the hot off and the cool side on.
Nobody gets hurt collecting coins.
Everybody hurts everybody. It's the human condition. Come on, Gwenny. Don't let them tell you there's something wrong with you. There isn't. You're fine.
I don't feel fine.
Of course you don't feel fine. You're in deliverance country, surrounded by a bunch of sober freaks. And you're not with me. Come on. I don't feel fine these days either. It's because we're apart. You're mine. I'm yours. I love you.
Why do you want me, Jasper? I'm such a mess.
Maybe I like mess.
Good. You froze for a little bit, just so when you go back and you look at, you look at the
Okay.
cloud recording, just you know,
Okay.
you know where to look, right, for the recording. I guess, okay. So you froze just a tingy bit there.
Okay.
But that's okay. How did you feel with it?
It felt better. I really tried to use your the notes with. It's like I'm trying to get her to come back into my life and my little world and sphere, and I'm really appalled by sober people, and I don't. It felt better. It felt a lot better.
I thought it was very, very good. And especially when, I you love me, I love you, we're meant for each other, that whole little area there, you're mine, I'm yours. It felt not real. So I love that. It felt like like you said, you were taking it that way, which I thought was an interesting way to take it.
Yeah, the first time I did it, I almost was trying to do it sincere, I really meant it. Just no, I'm yours, you're mine, I love you. And this was just no, I'm yours, you're mine. It was more of a declaration more than an actual expression of emotion or anything like that.
Uh-huh. But it was good. And you'll see if you do it 2 or 3 times different ways, which we're going to do next week with the scenes, how it all begins to just come together using more Meisner technique. Very good. Okay, let's bring up the next group. Come on. Hello.
Who's it?
All right, Patrick, you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, come on in, Marshall. Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me just do something with volume.
All right,
Make
Patrick,
sure.
you go first. Marshall, give him the lines dead. Straight on.
Oh, okay.
Dude, what's this about? You okay?
I need you to sign a sale ticket for a client of mine.
Fuck Greg. Let's fucking deal with this prick right now and get it over with, all right?
Wait, wait, wait. Chris, I got arrested last night.
What?
The FBI arrested me
The FBI. Why the fuck would the FBI arrest you?
because of my involvement in the firm.
Your involvement with the firm? What the fuck does that mean?
Come on, Chris. You know what that means.
No, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, they knew everything. No, they had photographs. They had tape recorded conversations. They brought my father in, you know. Chris, there was nothing I could do.
What did you do?
Chris, the FBI is going to raid the place in 20 minutes.
What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck, Seth!
Come on, man. I asked you for months about shit going down here, and you told me to shut the fuck up and get ready to be a millionaire.
That's right. Shut the fuck up. That's all you had to do. Didn't you learn anything?
I learned how to fuck people out of their money. Harry Bernard just lost his life savings, and he wasn't a whale. He was just some poor schmuck, and I took him. I did everything that JT Marlin told me to do, and I made up his mind for him.
What do you want me to tell you? That's what we do here.
We lie. We're liars.
Seth, who are they coming for?
They're coming for everyone. They're coming for everything.
Do you know how hard I worked?
Chris, you need to forget about that. It doesn't mean shit. Right now, this moment is what you should be thinking about. What are you going to do in the next 15 minutes? They're going to come in here and they're going to make sure that we never trade another share of stock again, but we can do something.
What?
Harry, my client, I need a senior broker to sign the sell ticket so he can take this share and dump them on the open market and make his money back. Oh, come on, Chris, come on. What's the difference? Do one thing right here. Just sign it, please. Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry.
Okay, Patrick,
Yeah.
one thing I think that happened was that you lost the panic at the end.
Which part? Because I was trying to get to that calm moment that you wanted.
You did. You did get there. I think this scene, if we did it again, I would have you immediately tearing up paper and going to that file cabinet you have back there,
Mhm.
you know, as you're talking, an
Yeah.
activity. Fine, here, sign it. And you're just tearing up stuff.
Mhm.
Do you understand? I may have led you wrong that you would just sit still quietly and sign it.
Mhm.
I think you're in the midst of, chaos. Like I said, the eye of the tornado. You're in the midst of chaos and then you stop, not even looking at him, and sign it as you're tearing up stuff to get out of there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to dry. Otherwise, you've got nowhere to go. It dropped so drastically
Right.
that you couldn't be panicked getting out of there.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So that's probably the director's fault, my fault. But then again, we're doing it on Zoom and we don't have all our props and stuff. That's when, you're unloosening your tie, you're unbuttoning your buttons.
Yeah.
I want some activity and action in next week's scenes. I must have activity and action. Okay, good work.
Thank you. I have to say that was such an experience. I don't think I've ever worked with someone just reading me the lines dead like that. And it was so hard. And I found myself laughing. Like I was at a couple of times I was really laughing because the The lines were so emotionally charged and he read them so deadpan.
And that's hard to do, by the way. Marshall did a great job doing deadpan.
I mean, I was really cracking up. It was hard to stay mad or panic.
Yeah, I think he was really funny. He was just reading the line, but the way he was reading, it sounds like Google, like a robot.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
really
that's how-
funny. I had to say that.
That's how some of the casting directors read them, you guys.
Boy, oh boy, is that hard. Oh my God.
Yep.
So Marcia, you have a talent for that. You should just read lines like this.
That's how I've gotten it, guys. I was giving the Patrick the way I've gotten it from. Just like, oh shit.
That is death. Oh God.
All right, let's switch
Okay.
roles.
Okay.
Let's switch sides.
Good job, Patrick.
Now, good revenge on your side, Patrick.
Okay. What's this about? You okay?
I need you to sign a sell ticket for a client of mine.
Fuck Greg. Let's fucking deal with this prick right now and get it over with.
Wait, Chris. I got arrested last night.
What?
The FBI arrested me
The FBI. Why the fuck would the FBI arrest you?
because of my involvement in the firm.
Your involvement with the firm? What the fuck does that mean?
Come on, Chris, you know what that means.
No, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What the fuck did you tell them?
No. They knew everything. No, they had photographs. They had tape recorded conversations. They brought my father in, Chris, there was nothing I could do.
What did you do?
Chris, the FBI, they're going to be here in 20 minutes.
What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck, Seth.
Come on, man. I asked you for months about shit going down here, and you told me to shut the fuck up and get ready to be a millionaire.
That's right. Shut the fuck up. That's all you had to do. Didn't you learn anything?
I learned how to fuck people out of their money. Harry Bernard just lost his life savings. He wasn't a whale. He was just some poor schmuck. And I took him. I did everything that JT Marlin told me to do. And I made up his mind for him.
What do you want me to tell you? That's what we do here.
We lie. We're liars.
Seth, who are they coming for?
They're coming for everyone. And they're coming for everything.
You know how hard I worked?
Chris, you need to forget about that. It doesn't mean shit. Right now, this moment is what you should be thinking about. What are you going to do in the next 15 minutes? They're going to come in here and they're going to make sure that we never trade another share of stock again. But we can do something.
What's that?
Harry, my client, I need a senior broker to sign the sell ticket so he can take his share and dump them on the open market and make his money back. Oh, come on. Chris, come on. What's the difference? Do one right thing here. Do one right thing. Just sign it, please. Thank you, Chris. Sorry.
Good. How'd you feel, Marshall?
Stressed and tired now.
Yeah. Well, it actually made you do it much more.
Yeah.
Careful with the
Ah.
white hat on. You go in and out of focus a lot with that white hat. So don't come in
Oh.
too close to the computer. Just stay there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Yep.
Didn't it feel good?
Yeah, I told Patrick it was I was gonna be tired again from it, but it was good, but it's like, if I feel that way, usually feel like I'm doing something right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When you're exhausted, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
next
thanks.
two. All right. Barbara, you go first. Danny, read her lines.
Okay.
Turn off your camera.
Hi, I wanted to talk about the other night. Then I saw the paper and, well, actually, I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but since it concerns you, I thought I should talk about it in person.
What?
What?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, the earplugs. I can't go through the whole thing again. It's sufficient to say I've come to make up. As an added inducement, I have all kinds of news. Can I come in?
I guess so. Just a minute. Do I have a nightgown on there? No. Um, maybe you better turn around for a second while I. Oh, don't bother. That's kind of corny. Well, I'll turn around. Come on in.
Have you seen the paper?
About Rusty? I know all
Mm-hmm.
about it. Boy, I sure had him pegged wrong, didn't I? I mean, I knew he was a rat, but I thought he was just a rat, not a super rat in super rat's clothing. I mean, not only is he a rat, but he's broke.
Broke?
Not a single cent. I mean, his parents have money, but personally, I mean, he is totally broke. It turns out he owes $700,000. I mean, $700,000. Who owns that much money? I mean, $43 maybe, but phew, I mean, it's no wonder that he married into the super pig family. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, Freddie. I'd marry you in a minute for your money. Would you marry me for my money?
In a minute.
Then we're sure lucky that neither of us has any, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, Freddie, I'm so happy to see you, really. What have you been doing?
Writing mostly. Sold a story. Just got word this morning.
Oh, that's marvelous. It really is. We should, I mean, what about your decorator friend? Aren't you supposed to be kind of saving yourself?
You know something? I haven't got around to telling her yet. Look, why don't we go have a drink or take a walk to celebrate?
That's a great idea. Got some champagne in the icebox. Why don't you open it while I get dressed, huh?
Okay. I don't think I've ever drunk champagne before breakfast before. With breakfast on several occasions, but never before.
Well, I've got a great idea. Why don't we spend the whole day doing things we've never done before? We can take turns. You do something that you've never done before, and then I'll do something that I can't think of anything I haven't done.
Whoa.
It was really cute. Really good, Barbara. You look so cute doing it too.
Thank
I
you.
have nothing to say. I really loved what you did. How did you feel?
Um, I felt okay. I flubbed a bunch of lines, but I hope I covered okay.
Yes, I didn't see it. I didn't get it.
Oh, good. It's weird, when you can't see your partner, but I think I was just talking to Danny because he did some audition too, and I I guess that's how you do it now. You have to talk to the camera, and
Yep.
wow. So this is a great exercise then for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's real cute. and you guys, for all of you, don't point out your pimples. In other words, don't say, oh, I missed a couple of lines. If they didn't get it, you were good.
Right. I just,
So you
to you,
were.
thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Okay, Danny, come on up. Barbara,
All
you
right.
did good.
Oh, I wanted to talk about the other night. Then I saw the paper and, well, actually, I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but since it includes you, I thought I should talk about it in person.
But,
What?
um,
Oh, the earplugs. Yeah. Um, I can't go through the whole thing again. It's sufficient to say I've come to make up, and as an added inducement, I have lots of news. Can I come in?
I guess so. Just a minute. Do I have a nightgown on? No, I don't. Would you turn around for a second? Never mind. That's corny anyway. I'll turn around myself. Come in.
Have you seen the paper?
Rusty, you mean? Yes, I know all about it. Certainly had him pegged wrong, didn't I? I thought he was just a rat, but he was a super rat all along. A super rat in rat's clothing. You don't even know the best part. Not only was he a super rat, he was also broke.
Broke.
I mean, not a cent. His family has money, of course, but he personally is broke. It turns out he owes $700,000. Can you imagine anyone owing $700,000? 43, yes, but anyway, that's why he decided to marry the queen of the pig people. I'll tell you one thing, Fred, darling, I'd marry you for your money in a minute. Would you marry me for my money?
In a minute.
I guess it's pretty lucky neither of us is rich, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Fred, darling, I'm so glad to see you. What have you been doing?
Writing mostly. Sold a story. Just got word this morning.
Oh, that's marvelous. It really is. Only how does your decorator friend feel about it? Aren't you supposed to be saving yourself?
You know something? I haven't got around to telling her yet. Look, why don't we go have a drink or take a walk to celebrate?
All right, there's some champagne in the icebox. Why don't you open it while I get dressed?
Okay. I don't think I've ever drunk champagne before. With breakfast on several occasions, but never before.
Well, I've got a wonderful idea. We'll spend the day doing things we've never done before. We'll take turns. First, something you've never done, then me. Of course, I can't think of anything I've never done.
Whoa.
Good. So, Danny, how did you feel with that?
The beginning felt a little awkward, but I kind of felt like I got into it a little bit more later on.
Yeah, I think that I would like to have seen you get a little bit more excited and happy. You kind of kept one level towards the end.
Oh, okay.
So, Barbara, give him just from the 1/3 down there.
Um,
Huh?
I guess it's pretty lucky neither of us is rich, huh?
Huh. Yeah.
Uh, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Fall in love with you, whatever. Just go, Barbara. It's the 3rd from the ending.
Uh-oh. Where are we? Can you hear?
A
Yeah.
3rd from the ending. Anywhere, Barbara. Just start.
I can't see any. All of a sudden, I got kicked off. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Uh, Well, I mean, not a cent. His family has money, of course, but he personally is broke. It turns out
Oh,
it turns out he owes $700,000.
Look into camera, Danny.
I'm sorry.
Um, I'm not helping you, Danny. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
What's wrong, Barbara? Just read it.
I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties again.
We don't care about it. Just read it for Danny.
I am.
No, you're not. You keep stopping.
I guess it's pretty lucky neither of us is rich, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Fred, darling, I'm so glad to see you. What have you been doing?
Writing mostly. Sold a story. Just got word this morning.
Oh, that's marvelous. It really is. Only how does your decorator friend feel about it? Aren't you supposed to be saving yourself?
You know something? I haven't got around to telling her yet. Look, why don't we go have a drink or take a walk to celebrate?
All right, there's some champagne in the icebox. Why don't you open it while I get dressed?
Okay. You know, I don't think I've ever drank champagne before breakfast before. With breakfast on several occasions,
More,
but
more,
never.
more excited. Come on, happy, more excited.
You know, I don't think I've ever drunk champagne with breakfast before. Uh, but with breakfast on several occasions, but never before.
Well, I got a wonderful idea. We'll spend the day doing things we've never done before. We'll take turns. For something you've never done, then me. Of course, I can't think of anything I've never done before.
Whoa.
Good. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Danny. How'd you feel? Better?
Sure.
Did you feel better?
Yeah,
There,
I should have brought more into it sooner, but yeah,
Good.
get the
All right.
idea.
Okay, next two. Okay, Andy, Jasmine. There we go. All right, Jasmine, I'm just going to have you read off straight for him, please.
Hi. Are you okay? Christina?
You kept me thinking all day. You see, I haven't spoken to anyone in months, and I barely know you, and I already need to talk to you. And there's something, the more I think about, the less I understand. Why the hell did you tell me that you liked me? Answer me, because I don't like you saying that at all. You can't just walk up to a woman you barely know and tell her that you like her. You can't. You can't do that. You don't know what she's going through or what she's feeling. I'm married.
Amir. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No. Christina, wait. I have to tell you something.
Okay.
I have to tell you something.
Please kiss me.
Wait. Christina, Christina, I have Michael's heart.
What?
I have Michael's heart. You understand what I'm saying? It was transplanted into me at St. Francis Hospital on October 11th.
No. No.
I tried to tell you, I just didn't know how to tell you.
How dare you? How dare you?
Christina,
How fucking dare you?
I'm here for a reason.
Get out of my house. Don't touch me. Get out of my house now. You make me sick.
I had a reason. Can't you see that?
You get out of my fucking house.
Okay.
You make me sick. Get out. Why did you look for me?
Because I needed to.
I don't want your pity.
That wasn't it. I was sick, Christina. Very sick. I was dying when Michael gave me his heart. He saved my life. I tried in every way I knew how to find out who had given me his heart. And that's how I found out how he and your daughters had died. And it's very painful for me to know how I got this heart. I couldn't sleep. I just wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank you but I couldn't find you. And I saw you that day. And now I can't be away from you. I can't. You don't have to be afraid. You have a good heart. I'm scared too.
Nice. Andy, that was really nicely done. How did you feel about that?
Good. Yeah, it takes more effort to react to someone who's reading flat.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall good.
Really nice. All right, Jasmine, since you're doing the scene with Rebecca and Jasmine are up.
Hey, Tony, I just wanted to throw in one thought just for being in casting sessions. Like, there was that moment where Jasmine had that long bit of a monologue about talking about stuff, and it was right before she said, "Kiss me." And I felt like it's so important for actors to like react to what's being said to them, even if you're not saying anything. Like, Andy, I thought you did a great job, but I thought in that little section, I kind of lost like what exactly was going on. Like, even the moment of you're going in to kiss her and you want to kiss her, but part of you is like, oh God, as much as I want to kiss her, I gotta be honest because I'm such a mensch and I gotta tell her the truth. Otherwise, I could have sex with her and not, or kiss her at the very least and not tell her the truth. And all that struggle and all that stuff can be the reason you get cast.
That's very good, Patrick. Andy, did you understand that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
In other words, don't bypass the physical moment of struggling, maybe to start to kiss her and then bring yourself back. No, I've got to tell you this.
Because
Right.
those are the those are the things that can get you the part if you bring that to life and you keep creating it. Like, I was trying to do it, to look upset when Marshall was talking to me, even flat, just because I know that you're watching the audition, you're watching that actor's face the whole time, and you're thinking, what are they going to look like in coverage that I can cut to? Not just, I want to look at a scene of someone looking flat and listening. You want to see the emotion on your face. So I hope you don't mind me speaking constructively, but I just, that was what I was thinking during that little monologue sequence. I hope it helps.
No, it did help, Patrick, and thank you. All your insights are wonderful.
Thanks, guys.
Great. No, thank you.
And great
All right.
job, Andy.
Yeah, Rebecca, come in with Jasmine, please.
Okay.
Because Jasmine was just reading for him. We're doing your scene with her.
Oh, so now I read to her, or?
Yes, you're with her.
Okay.
You're going to read with her.
Occupation?
No occupation.
Housewife.
That's right, housewife.
All right.
And mother.
Yes.
No, thank you. I don't believe a woman should smoke. You'll excuse me saying it.
Yes, I'll excuse you now.
It's not feminine.
How long have you been married, Miss Ottinger?
9 years and 4 months.
I see.
And 12 days.
And you have 3 children.
Warren Jr., he's 8. Alan, he's 7. And Trudy, she's 6. That's all.
When did you begin to suspect you were losing your husband's affection?
When he stopped batting me around.
When was that?
11 months ago, March 14th.
He struck you?
First time he broke a tooth. My tooth.
I see.
Upper left molar.
And how often?
It's capped now. You can't notice it.
Good. Now let's start with the day of the accident.
Oh, no accident. I wanted to shoot him.
Suppose we decide later just what you wanted to do.
Silly.
The difference between 10 years in prison and freedom is not silly, Mrs. Ottinger.
Call me Doris.
Pay attention to what I'm saying.
I don't care what happens to me.
Do you care what happens to Warren and Ellen and Trudy?
Yes, I do. I want to go home. Can't you fix it so I should go home?
Not right now, but we're working on it. Here.
I promised my kids I'd take them to Coney Island tomorrow.
Yes, you drink that. Now, you would help us very much if you could reconstruct the day, all of yesterday.
Well, first thing in the morning,
Yes,
I woke up
yes.
and I see he didn't sleep at home.
And you were shocked and surprised?
Oh no, not shocked, not surprised. He used to not do that a lot, come home.
Did you ever question him about his behavior?
Certainly.
Did he offer an explanation?
Certainly, he told me to shut up and mind my own business.
I see.
But yesterday, I got worried. No, not worried, mad. I got mad. You know why?
Why?
Because it was the 4th night in a row he didn't.
Come home?
Yeah,
And that made you angry?
sure, it was getting a habit with him. So I sent the kids to school and I went and bought a gun.
Where?
This hawk shop I go to, I bought a gun and they gave me a book, how to, free.
Had you decided by this time exactly what you plan to do?
I'll tell you the truth. I didn't decide nothing. I was doing everything like in a dream, like I was watching myself, but I couldn't help it, like a dream.
Yeah. Wait a second. You got all that? Yeah, that's good. Now go on, Doris.
So then I got very hungry
When?
when I bought the gun.
Yeah.
So I went in this hamburger place and I ate 2 rare and a lemon meringue pie.
And then?
Then I was still hungry. So I walked around and I kept talking to myself not to be foolish.
And then?
And then I called up Warren. He was getting his lunch hour by now. I said, I want to see him, important. So if we could have lunch together. So he says, no, naturally. So I asked him, you coming home after? So he says, what for? So I say to him, don't you live there no more? So he says, don't bother me at the office. You want me to lose my job? Loud. So then he hung up.
And what did you do?
I had a cup of coffee.
Where?
The same place as him, only he didn't see me. It was crowded, the buffet exchange. So then I bought some chocolate nut bars and I went outside of his office and I waited the whole afternoon. And I kept eating the candy bars and waiting until he came out. And then I followed him. And then I shot him.
And after you shot him, how did you feel then?
Hungry.
That was really good, Jasmine. I liked the character. She was fun.
Thank you.
How did you feel?
It would. I feel like I liked it. I thought it felt like just quiet, not having two people back and forth, but I think that's just something to get used to. And I
Yeah.
couldn't know if I was reacting appropriately because I feel like generally you get to like read another person, and there was no form of that. So it made it a little bit more difficult to measure how I
Yeah.
was doing. for
But
myself.
once you do it a couple of times, you'll get the feel.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's bring up Rebecca. Remember to take those moments, Rebecca.
Occupation?
No occupation.
Housewife.
That's right. Housewife
All right.
and mother.
Yes.
No, thank you. I don't believe a woman should smoke. You'll excuse me saying it.
Yes, I'll excuse you now.
It's not feminine.
How long have you been married, Mrs. Attinger?
9 years and 4 months
I see.
and 12 days.
And you have 3 children.
Warren Jr., he's 8. Alan, he's 7. And Trudy, she's 6. That's all.
When do you begin to suspect you were losing your husband's affection?
When he stopped batting me around.
When was that?
11 months ago, March 14th.
He struck you?
First time he broke a tooth. My tooth.
I see.
Upper left molar.
And how often?
It's capped now. You can't notice it.
Good. Now, let's start with the day of the accident.
Oh, no accident. I wanted to shoot him.
Suppose we decide later just what you wanted to do.
Silly.
There's difference between 10 years in prison and freedom. It's not silly, Mrs. Attinger.
Call me Doris.
Pay attention to what I'm saying.
I don't care what happens to me.
Do you care what happens to Warren and Alan and Trudy?
Yes, I do. I want to go home. Can't you fix it so I should go home?
Not right now. We're working on it. Here.
I promised my kids I'd take them to Coney Island tomorrow.
Yes, you drink that. Now, you would help us very much if you could reconstruct the day. All of yesterday.
Well, first thing in the morning,
Yes,
I woke up
yes.
and I see he didn't sleep at home.
And you were shocked and surprised?
Oh no, not shocked, not surprised. He used to not do that a lot, come home.
Did you ever question him about his behavior?
Certainly,
Did he offer any explanation?
certainly. He told me to shut up and mind my own business.
I see.
But yesterday I got worried. Not worried, mad. You know why?
Why?
Because it was the 4th night in a row he didn't.
Come home.
Yeah,
And that made you angry?
sure, it was getting a habit with him. So I sent the kids to school and I went and bought a gun.
Where?
This hawk shop I go to, I bought a gun and they gave me a book, How To, free.
Had you decided by this time exactly what you plan to do?
I'll tell you the honest truth. I didn't decide nothing. I was doing everything like a dream, like I was watching myself, but I couldn't help it, like a dream.
Yeah. Wait a second. You got that? That's a good one. Go on, Doris.
So then I got very hungry
When?
when I bought the gun.
Yeah.
So I went in this hamburger place and I ate 2 rare and 1 lemon meringue pie.
And then?
Then I was still hungry. So I walked around and I kept talking to myself not to be foolish.
And then?
And then I called up Warren. He was just getting his lunch hour by now. I said I want to see him important, so if we could have lunch together. So he said no, naturally. So I asked him, "You coming home after?" So he says, "What for?" So I said to him, "What, don't you live there no more?" So he says, "Don't bother me at the office. You want me to lose my job?" Loud. So then he hung up.
And what did you do?
I had a cup of coffee.
Where?
The same place as him, only he didn't see me. It was crowded, the buffet exchange. So then I bought some chocolate nut bars and I went outside of his office and I waited the whole afternoon. And I kept eating the candy bars and waiting until he came out. And then I followed him and then I shot him.
And after you shot him, how did you feel then?
Hungry.
Good. How'd you feel?
It was a lot harder than the first one.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you have to hear it in your head how it's being said, not the way it's actually being said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to imagine how they're saying it because they're doing it deadpan. Now, for all of you, this again is a Meisner technique of just a wonderful way to memorize and also then starting to add levels to it. Just the words. All right, let's bring up Kenny and Noel. Noel, you want to go first?
Sure.
Kenny, you there?
Yeah. So
Turn it off. Turn off your video.
video. Okay. Come in.
Have you read the newspaper?
I don't read papers, Eve.
Well, you described as one of the principal architect of the president's speech last night, and your comments on a television show are quoted side by side with the president.
Oh, I like the president very much. He's a nice man.
You're a very nice man too. You don't mind me being here, don't you? Like this?
No, no, Eve. I like you to be here.
Oh, Shaughnessy, thank you. I thank you. I'm so grateful, you know. I, I have I would have just opened up, but at a slightest touch, I would have just opened up, you know. But you're so strong. And I can trust myself with you.
I'm glad you didn't open, Eve.
Chauncey, I, I, I couldn't stand it. What's wrong with you? What's the matter? I don't know what you like. I'm sorry, Chauncey.
I like to watch Eve.
What do you mean?
I like to watch.
Oh, you mean you like to watch me do it?
It's very good, Eve.
Chauncey. Oh, Chauncey, why are you leaving? Scene.
That was so good, Noel. That was really great. You don't know how good you are, Noel.
No, I mean, I thank you. I don't think I did a good job, but I did try to take your direction though. I did try to take your direction.
Even when you sat down on the chair, it appeared to us that you were sitting on top of him. It was really nice the way you did it. and how
Oh,
confused
okay.
you got. And it was very sensuous and girlish. And then even the way you watched him running out of the room, saying, "Where are you going, Chauncey?"
Okay, I'll watch myself on the.
I think you should. I think you'll be very surprised. You,
Okay,
you
okay.
really,
Thank you, Tony.
really made
I
it
thought you
work.
was gonna say something else. Thank you.
You really, really made it work. I'm very impressed. Very
Thank
impressed
you.
because I know it kind of, befuddled you. It kind of confused you, but you made it work. And that's the actor's job, is to make it work. And you really did a good job. Not an
Okay.
adequate job, a good job. So I thank you for that.
Thank you, Tony. That's
You're
okay.
welcome.
Thank you.
Let's bring up Kenny.
Sure.
So Kenny, at the end, I think you should run out or leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, honey. Here we go.
Come in.
Have you read the newspaper?
I don't read papers, Eve.
Well, you described as one of the principal architect of the president's speech last night, and your comments on the television show are quoted side by side with the president's.
Well, I like the president very much. He's a nice man.
You're very nice too. You don't mind me being here, do you? Like this?
No, Eve. I like you to be here.
Oh, Shansi, thank you. I thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful, Shansi. I will have just opened up at the slightest touch. I would have just opened up, but you're so strong and I can trust myself with you.
I'm glad you didn't open, Eve.
Shansi, I couldn't stand it. Shansi, what's wrong? What's the matter? Shansi, I don't know what you like. I'm sorry, Shansi.
I like to watch, Eve.
What do you mean you like to watch?
I like to watch.
Oh, you mean you like to watch me? Do it?
It's it's very good.
Shansi,
Get up and leave, Kenny.
Shansi, why are you leaving?
So Kenneth, sit back down again.
Ah,
You only need to change the channel a couple of times.
okay.
Let's take it, and you've got to show she's on top of you. So it might be like this. You're covering yourself, going, "No, that's fine, Eve." But you've got to show you're uncomfortable, and then you get up and leave,
Okay.
like you don't know what she's doing. So just
Okay.
I like to watch
Okay.
the first one.
I like to watch.
What do you mean you like to watch?
I like to watch.
Oh, you mean you like to watch me do it?
That's it's very good, Eve.
Shansi, Shansi, one of the first things you should know about me, my darling, is that I'm a little shy.
Ah,
Oh, Shansi, where did you go?
Okay. Awkward scene. It's a hard scene to play, Kenny. It's
yeah.
it's very hard. It's even harder for Chauncey. Oh, do you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, I do.
very childlike. He doesn't know what she's doing. I don't
Mhm.
think he's ever made love. He's just a simple gardener. He talks about everything in terms of earth and the garden. It's a great role. You guys should watch. Okay, everybody come back.
What movie is that from?
It's from Being There.
My favorite movie of all times.
Yeah, it won an Oscar for both the movie and what's his name?
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers. It's pretty brilliant. All right, so have I lost someone? Yeah, there's Danny. All right, so I'm going to give you your partners again, so there's no confusion this week. Rebecca is with Stephen. That's who I'm missing. Where's Stephen? Where is Stephen? Stephen. Oh my God, don't tell me the poor guy's not, he's out.
His picture up.
He's not there anymore.
I just texted him.
Thank you, Patrick. He's really good. He's really good. I like him.
Oh, good. Happy accident.
Really, he's just lovely.
Hi, sorry about that.
So it's Rebecca. You're with Rebecca and Stephen. I'm going to send you each other's emails. All right. Stephen, you see Rebecca up there, right?
Yes, I do.
And Jennifer's with Barbara. Where's Jen? There she is. Patrick is with Jasmine. Danny is with Noelle. Karina is with Marshall. And Ken is with Andy. Okay? All right. Any questions or anything before we all expire?
I like, Tony, when you gave Kenneth that adjustment of trying to imagine her on top of him, because it really helped the performance. You know, you could see the comedy in the physicality of what he was doing was much better than it had been before you said, hey, remember to keep that alive.
Yeah, that's the problem with Zoom, is that it helps you so much more when you have a before moment. You know where you are, what the environment is. You know what you want, what your intentions, what's the obstacle, and you play them. And it's very hard because on Zoom, action and activity is usually not done from the chest up. It's usually done from the waist up. And on Zoom, you're usually not that far away. You're much closer. So you have to be a little more devious and clever about little things that you can do, like Barbara with playing with the top of her nightgown. Jasmine, was tilting her head back and forth. Noelle was playing with her hair in her zipper. Rebecca had the book up high. Jennifer had the ring. You all started to use objects. Whether or not I can see them or not, we must start using objects. If I had Patrick in a classroom, I would have had Patrick just going crazy, tearing up papers right then and there, which would have given him the motivation of, extreme adrenal high,
Mhm.
With Andy, I probably have him cleaning his glasses and, very carefully trying to explain where Jasmine just keeps cutting him off, with Danny and the newspaper. Danny's excited. He's telling Barbara before he even tells the woman who's sleeping with him. That says something right then and there. When she says, oh my gosh, you must be so excited. Did you tell her? And he says, no. And Stephen, when he's holding up the bottle, and Jennifer just like, what? He just doesn't get the changes she's made. So it's much more difficult, and I'm glad we did it this way, because you're beginning to see what you have to do. Now, I'm going to read you something really quick. I know it's late, but I want you to see. I have an audition tomorrow. Look at all the stuff that I have to do. I want to make sure you can see it.
Can't see it. Oh, here. Oh.
Here's just the instructions.
Only
Just page one. Page 2. Instructions.
Jeez.
Page
Is this
3.
is this a video audition?
Yes. I think all of us, myself included, need to take more video lessons. I spent $150 and took one for one day with these people who confused me even more. You know, and I think as you enter it, I want you guys to do the video, a video, something. You younger people probably have no problem, but people in my range and Barbara and Danny and, you know, Marshall's probably can do it in 10 seconds. But the rest of us, I'm telling you, I want you to start checking it out, looking at how to light yourself and all that jazz. Okay? Because we're really filming the commercials for them.
Hey, Tony,
Yeah.
maybe we should do a self-tape audition exercise in this class.
Could you lead it? Because I don't want to do it.
Oh my God. Look what I just got myself into.
Uh,
Well, it's an idea. If other folks are interested in it, I'm happy to work with Tony on it, folks, because it's just very real. I have Rebecca and Jasmine have worked with me before on some of my self-tape auditions. Yay! So they kind of they know what it's like, but it's just how the industry is. You know how it is. You know what I mean, Tony? So I don't know. I was just trying to help out.
I would love to. It's not just one way. There's I just showed you 3 pages, and that's for a friggin' commercial.
They'll
There's
probably want it.
so many ways they want it. I'm sorry, what, Danny?
I was going to say, probably each company or whatever would probably want it differently in different directions, and
It
so
is.
it's not
I
like
was
it's one
telling
set.
Barbara the other day, I got one where they said you've got to hold it this way, and it's got to be cropped at 118 by and I'm like, ah! My next door neighbor helped me, but it's recording it is easy, you guys. Getting it, downloading it, uploading it, and putting it in a format that they want. Marshall would be the best person, Marshy, to show us, because I'm Marshy, because I just, I just don't know.
Tony, a
Yeah?
friend of mine said that there's a whole tutorial on the SAG after website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I mean, I don't know if it would help in this department, but I was telling her, that I was like wanting to get into it, but like a little intimidated. And she said that on the website, they have like a whole thing you can download and a lot of information about it.
Okay. Well, maybe I can get that for you. I don't know. I've got to go on and see.
Yeah.
Just a thought, for us to mess around, look at it, look at different ways to do it, Marshall. I'm glad to take the course with you, and I think we should pay you a little bit. And show us how to format and do that stuff.
Oh, wow. I wasn't thinking that. I was just one class. I mean, like within this class, if you want, just everyone do like a self-tape audition exercise. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I understood too. Like during like one class or maybe half of the class, I thought like Marshall was gonna jump in and give us like exercises.
Well,
No?
maybe you could help me figure out what it is to show them, because commercials are different from self-tape for a
Yeah.
TV show, which is different than a self-tape for a movie. What
Well, it
you
might,
on
yeah,
yours was a monologue, the one that I saw. Then you
yeah.
did another one. The other thing that you guys have to have is someone to read with you. Now, Patrick, you're lucky your wife can do that. But you need someone to read with you. There is a program out there that actually will say the lines to you dead, like we just did. But I think it thwarts the acting completely because they hear the deadline. Does that make sense?
Oh, Tony, I was just thinking, the self-tape audition, well, I think it's a good idea and it's very real. It may not be a good idea in the sense that it's going to cost people money if they don't have the equipment. And I don't want to place that kind of burden on people. So tripod, lavalier microphone, and lighting stuff and background. Or you could just use a blank wall. And I don't want to do that to other folks. I just realized that now. You know?
Well, I think everybody has a blank wall that they can use.
Yeah.
You just
One I
film it
have
with your phone.
outside.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Even
And
just
you,
giving like tips too would help.
I got all my goodies. I need a lavalier microphone. Everything of mine is portable in case I have to do one on the road because it's happened to me.
Marshall, do you use your phone to film yourself with, or do you have a camera?
I do use my phone. You can
Okay.
phone. They pretty much want your phone, you guys.
iPhone. And it's usually
Okay.
always held like this.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
Tony had
Okay.
said, it's usually shoulder up and a little space between your head and the end of the frame. Unless, like Tony said, they want you to do body movements like dancing. And so you're gonna need a good tripod. You can get one on Amazon for only like 20 bucks, you know? And then you'll need adapter to hold the phone. It's not, you know? So it's gonna, I was just helping someone today this weekend because a friend told me her sister needed help. And I told the girl, you're probably gonna spend about 100 bucks, anywhere from like 60 to 100 bucks if you don't have this stuff, just to get yourself started. And that's going pretty cheap.
Marshall,
So-
do you think, and a remote is very important, a remote button to start it. So
Oh.
Marshall, maybe next week you could start off, because I'm tired. Maybe with giving out some information of where to go, and we could all
What
write
I'll
it.
just do, yeah, I'll just put a sheet together and with some links, okay? And people can use that, or they could buy on Amazon or something equivalent, and it'll be that easy.
That'd be
So
great.
that way we don't take away from class time, because class time is a lot of time as it is just focusing on this, scene and stuff. You know what I mean, Tony?
Marshall, you mean a sheet with like some tips for the online audition?
Where to buy it, what kind to get. I've
Oh.
got 3 of them
Yeah.
and none of them work right.
Yeah, I'll give you all kinds of stuff on goodies to buy. I have lots of stuff here because I've had different situations in which I need different stuff. I just bought a desktop tripod.
I've
So I
got
can
one.
stand at my desk and put the webcam on there, and it's at my eye level. It's perfect. It's 30 inches. This is great.
Yeah, I've got this one and I
Yeah.
still haven't used it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The lavalier microphone you're using, how do you attach that to your phone, or is it just?
I'll show you. You will need if you have an iPhone, you will need an adapter because the iPhone has its own audio plug. I can send it to you guys so I'll send you a version. Do not buy a cheap Chinese version. I warn you, because they're usually missing a pin. And if it's missing a pin, you will only be able to hear sound. It won't record. So you're better off spending the money buying an actual Apple OEM version. Because people got themselves in trouble. I've seen it happen. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll put the sheet together, save everyone's time, because I know people are getting tired. And I'll put a sheet together, good stuff to just get you started. That's fairly inexpensive, because you don't want to be spending a shit ton of money on it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's one of the things people get wrong about. You can do less means more, I feel like, in the beginning, you know?
I don't really think you need a lavalier mic. If you have an iPhone, it picks it up pretty darn well.
Oh, well, I'll put it on there.
But
Yeah.
Marshall, you'll tell us what we need. Okay, kids, I gotta go. I'm wiped
Yeah,
out.
tell
and
me
I
about
just-
it.
Thank you.
Great
Danny,
job.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Barbara.
Thank you,
Likewise.
Kenneth.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you, Marshall, for next
night.
week.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great week, everybody.
Good night.
You too.